There was a card I really wanted to be in this set. That's not, and it makes me sad that it's not in this set.
What were you, like a reprint?
Yes.
What were you looking
Uh,
for?
see, there's some good cards in Modern from this set, and who the fuck knows what's going on with Legacy. For Standard, well, probably. Standard, it's a standard set,
It's a
so
standard
probably.
set, so it's certainly gonna have like
It's hard to
standard.
say for Pioneer. There's some cards that enable Hammer Time as a deck in Pioneer more
Oh, the
in
Cigar
this set.
Design deck.
Yeah, the Cigar is a Colossus Hammer deck. There's
Mm-hmm.
a couple little innocuous cards in this set for it. But there's a card that Pioneer really, really, really needs that I think would have been fine to print into standard. And Phyrexia sets tend to be a little higher on the power level, so it would have been a fine time to put Monolink into Pioneer. This Pioneer is very much a format about being on the play and putting cardboard on the table.
We've reached a point where so like the power level of counter spells over the last 15, 20 years like has vacillated pretty
Mhm.
wildly. We go from like it's been quite a while since Counterspell. We have it in Modern, and its last printing outside of Modern was like seventh ed.
Yeah.
Counterspell proper has been dead for a while, so we have like the working around Counterspell, and around that we have two variants. We have Cancel with Upside, which used to be just Cancel.
Cancel with
It
upside.
used to be like there was a point where I think there were 7 different printings of Cancel you could have played during one standard format, which
Yes.
nowadays is like that's ha, what a joke. There's 12 different Elish Norns you can pull in packs. But
I
Cancel
remember that
moved
like
from
it was like the Ravnica era. The return to Ravnica era. That had a shitload of cancels. Cause like and one of them even got played, the one that
yeah,
milled.
and like you get like well like Dissipate. I remember seeing play
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in Innistrad era. So like
This was a good cancel.
uh, but like so Cancel was what it was, and then we moved to Cancel with Upside, and that's where we sit on Cancels. We're at Cancel with Upside, and that Upside can sometimes be something that makes it cost 2 or some sort of Surveil 1 or something like that. But the power level of the Monolink card is one that has
It's
taken
down.
like
We're
it.
now we're at the
Well,
2 mana.
no. We were at the 2 mana. We're now at 2 mana with Upside.
No, here's the mana leak that we instead of having mana leak,
Because we
the counter spell they like now is 2 mana counter unless you pay 2 with
Upside.
extremely marginal
So
upside.
like in this set, for instance, the upside is if your opponent is 3 poison counters counter target spell.
Yeah.
So like,
Which we need more than that though, because like
but
the gold standard of the 2 mana and counter unless you pay 2 is miscalc,
miscalc, and that hasn't
which they
seen.
didn't reprint in the sets that they could have.
Top boss, thanks
Uh,
for the sub.
but it's like in Pioneer you
I,
have to pay what's
I
the cement shoes card where it's like it's the counter unless they pay 2 and then sack a dude to double it. Like that card sees play in Pioneer.
yeah
That's terrible.
yeah, and like well, that's what I mean when I say we used to be at like I think it was Kaladesh had blue one counter was it a non-artifact unless they paid 2, like it was a terrible one of the worst mana leagues, and that was like our level for a while was we were on the low there. Shouty, thanks for the sub. Like the level on the blue one counterspell was at the point where even Mono League for 2 no rider was considered too good. But now we've reached the point where I think Mono League could come back. Like if we're at counter unless you pay 2 with upside, at some
Like
point
what
that
that upside
becomes
could be 3
1.
instead of 2.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I don't see that as outrageous. I see it as powerful. I see it
Yeah, it's powerful. But
certainly, but I don't see it as outrageous like with the swing of the pendulum.
Yeah, and a problem the Pioneer has is that the threats far outweigh the answers because they have a lot of the creatures that got printed into modern that are like the super powerful creatures from standard, but not the things like uh prismatic ending or even like stinky path to exile, like
Um,
and fatal push without fetch lands. It's like the answers aren't as good as the threats. So a good interactive card, I think, would be a shot in the arm for that.
play one.
I
Why would it be anything but play one?
mean, they'll have sent me an email about this. Let me look.
Is it all camps
Gotta-
play one? Play five. Play A, B, play all B1, ABO? Play all will be one? It's never more than Reverb, thank you very much for the sub. We're trying to divine the code here. I would assume one. I thought that was the code for this set. Maybe honest weird. Okay. All?
I purchased 9 or more Phyrexia 1 packs.
Check your
and earn a
in-game
golden
mailbox.
pack.
What?
Man, they've changed this, since I never knew what the hell a golden pack was.
Golden pack?
If you buy 9 packs, you'll get a gold pack.
Oh, this. Oh. Okay, they just send you. Okay,
Hooray.
Alright, whatever. The code for every set up to, I guess, today, there was a code that gave you 3 packs that was like, play something.
Yeah, they must have
KDL
just
for
integrated
Kaladesh.
that. They must have like integrated that into their new messaging system.
Yeah, play bro. Oh, Dewey, thanks for the sub. But yeah, Gnomebitten and I are here today for
For Phyrexia, what will be one?
Phyrexia, which is
I'm Gnomebitten. How do you even do this?
limited. This one. Okay, yeah, we found it.
You can still quick draft Midnight Hunt. How funny. Ah, yes, they tell you about the color combinations and what they do. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, weird red, white artifact, like, equipment likers.
Yeah, play red and white if you don't want to play any Phyrexians, although you will certainly have to anyways.
Yep. So, alright, well,
So let's crack on in.
look at his face. That's me yelling?
That's me yelling.
That's also me. These are all me yelling? Boy.
No, they're not all you. You are all of them. Not all of them are
all
you.
All will be one.
Yeah.
They're doing like a black bolt here. Doing a yell and all the pillars are breaking. Anyway.
Yeah, the joke is that every color has loads of Phyrexians. There's hardly any non-Phyrexians in the set. Most of the non-Phyrexians are equipment. But then there's also some Phyrexian equipment.
All right, I changed myself to Oko.
Yes, you wanted that twink obliterated.
I remember this. All right, let's see what we got.
Glad Oko's dead. He's dead, right?
No.
I know, I'm joking.
So, Glissa.
Okay, she's got her traditional
traditional first strike
cards.
death touch. Has some good text. Also,
that is a really powerful ability.
Yeah. Also,
this is like a Fire Arena combined with a invincible blocker.
Also, easier to cast. Last Glissa was 3-colored mana.
Yeah, it was black, green, I believe.
Beginning of combat +1/+1. If you have toxic +2/+2. This is the like weird
This is yep,
FTK.
not the FTK. This is
Well, we can go dome.
the
Okay.
red. Yeah,
Well, I
it can
say
only be
FTK.
quote
I
dome. Oh no, it can go
you
any
can go with
target.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I thought this was that they started putting this guy in
oil counter.
Theros.
So mechanics in the set: proliferate, oil counters, equipment that comes with a 2/2 body. Red's a lot in this pack. Spell bombs, skull bombs. Sorry, weird.
Yeah. Here's the sad thing about the skull bombs. Almost all of them are pretty medium.
Hmm.
Okay, whenever a creature with combat toxic gets an additional poison,
And
target creature. Sure. What's that? That removal spell is probably pretty good though. The annihilating glare.
yeah, this is sack to pay the cost or pay for or artifact.
Yeah, it's sorcery, but we can maybe have
That's
some crappers to throw around.
and here's the other edict that hands off a poison counter. By the way, poison is dead at 10.
Yeah, poison. If you get 10 poison counters, you lose the
And
game.
if you're familiar with Infect, forget everything you know about Infect. In this set, it's Toxic, which is when you deal combat damage, you also put that many counters on them equal to the number. So this is a 3/4. It doesn't deal 3, it deals 2 because it has Toxic 2. This has Toxic 2, but it deals 1. This is close. I kind of want Necrogen Rot Piece to stay here, but I think this card's better. So let's go with
What was the Virulent Sliver?
Okay, well, we can just pick this up here now.
Ah.
Virulent Sliver had Poisonous, which was... Poisonous is toxic, with the only difference being that it is a triggered ability rather than a static.
Yeah.
And
that's...
What's the difference between
probably
toxic and poisonous? The name.
Yeah, they probably changed it to make it better for online for the client so that you don't have to...
Yeah, Bone Pick Scourge would be nice. I like picking up these cards that make our color combo functional.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
You know, like, okay, this gives us an idea if we want toxic cards, and like also kind of works with this Death Touch theming. This has Toxic 3 secretly.
You can get the Scourge now. The Draw Skull Bomb is the most playable Skull Bomb from looking at them.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the main reason they changed it from poisonous to toxic was the name. That's it. We also have like a lot of white in here. White's got a lot of like these things where it's like equipment that comes with a body and like a lot of equipment likers. This trick's actually really good because it's until your next turn on it. So like if you use it on your turn, you have a full round to play the card. This is a cycle of common lands that sack to draw.
They're spheres.
Okay.
Here's what. Okay, so it's good to see. I think those packs were just heavy red rather than we're getting cut.
Duress. Enchanted creature has Toxic 2. Whenever enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control.
Yep. So that gets your that's your daily doubler.
This is Journeyer's Kite. That can also grab spheres or locusts, but no locusts. The common land, the lands in this set are all spheres, and then it can become a 9/9 indestructible if you have 9 different lands. So not, it is not just a commander card. It is Journeyer's Kite, and we've played Journeyer's Kite in a couple different sets. Like, here's that counter I was talking. Or no, here that's a card draw spell. Copperline Gorge.
These cards, speaking of cards desperately needed for Pioneer, they finished this cycle out.
Yeah.
Do we pick the green guy?
Yeah. Not huge on this one, but it's...
He's a...
It's a fine body.
He's a Vulpine Goliath. How good is just a big guy in this set?
Unsure. On day one, hard to say. This is Ramp Piece.
Yeah, it's a weird little
sort of. It charges up a ramp piece. It also
it's also like something for your proliferate. What's that tablet do? That tablet's kind of interesting. Slow. You have to charge it to get mana from it, but then if you do charge it 5 times, you just get to have a cheap JMD tome. This
Yeah,
works better with proliferate is the trick.
yeah, we're not really set in proliferate.
Well, we could. Black has proliferate.
True. I kind of want to. I think green has it too, actually. Um. Oh, I guess speaking of the devil,
The Whispers of the
this
Dross.
is actually a pretty good card, I think.
If this is
Same with
anything like
this.
other,
This is actually
yeah,
a big creature that's also like pretty nice
very
because it
reasonable.
like
They've been printing this guy a lot lately, like the 6 mana 5/5 Death Touch. That's like a guy now.
okay. Now I kind of want to get some stuff to proliferate to make this card like I don't
Much better, yeah.
so this is one of those cards that's going to really depend on what sort of bodies exist. I'm not like I haven't like combed over the spoilers, so I don't know how good -1/-1 is. But I know proliferate. Like even if we don't have any counters, by the way, no +1/+1 counters in this set. There's no +1 or -1/-1 counters in this set. They're all oil.
What weird. Usually those we start picking some red cards to see what happens.
Yeah, I'm kind of taking a look. I don't really care. This isn't the kind of ramp I want.
Although if we were going to be splashing a color,
Grab something to make it easier.
yeah, like the nobody ever wants to play a obelisk or whatever, but
No.
if it were anything like old Mirrodins, then there would be lots of X1s, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know there's like tokens.
There's another toxic guy.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of stunned to see this coming around. This is one of the commons I liked for in white. It lets you bounce anything to make a might.
Yeah,
But I also
like,
like this is a good like this fits what we're doing where we kind of want like these are cards that let us stick around through like early aggression. You know, Death Toucher with the body. And then
they work with the Rot Priest.
then they work with the Rot Priest. The Rot Priest didn't make it around. How nuts would Glare be for a -1/-1 counter? Then you'd proliferate it up and it'd be like the best. What's the name of that card?
Master H or whatever.
No. The one that's disfigure. It'd be like the best disfigure in the universe. Put target creature from a graveyard in the battlefield under your control. Proliferate.
We have a Zombify.
And this is this is like a fine body.
This guy is okay. It's a little weak in terms of like the minus whatever. He only gives -1/-1, but
Right.
what is that black card to the right of that guy? Yeah.
Dies top 3, mill 3, put 1 in your hand without showing.
Yeah.
This
it's also my
this land
my
is
favorite
oil counter moving for. That's why I'm not caring much about it because I don't feel like we're doing that.
But there's also Prophetic Prism. I love that guy.
Oh yeah.
We all love Prophetic Prism.
Yeah, I like Vat Emergence. I kind of like. I don't feel like we've got too much that we're picking up. That's like, ooh, what do you do?
This is the maze. This guy, he kills things. He kills artifacts and enchantments, and also just gets bigger.
Okay.
He could be worth going Jundies for.
Yeah, or we can pick up.
Could just pick up the rat.
The rat. I kind of like.
Drop.
I kind of like sticking low, like or like. We can pick up.
He kind of does.
He proliferate
kinda,
bits.
Yeah, he kind of does everything we want, right?
Yeah, this is right. I kind of want to fit more stuff that has the oil counter stuff. Then, if we have nice proliferate counts, I guess we'll see what we end up seeing with that. But like even getting some another Rot Priest.
Let's take a look.
What do you
What
do?
is Fleshlit? Yeah. If you have 3 more poison counters, you can
Return it.
return the skeleton.
Oh, this is a bear too, so that's pretty
That's
nice.
also just a bear.
And then
yeah.
Oh,
Maze Crusher.
Yeah, this one's...
What does that guy do? He's a 4/3. 2 oil counters whenever it attacks. You may remove. If you do untap it and gets +1. Oh, yeah, it's another proliferate.
Yeah, Volt Charge, one of the returning proliferate cards. It was a lot of the proliferate cards are like good on cost.
Yeah.
But I actually like the idea of setting up more of these Rot Priests and being like, we just, oh my goodness, okay. What if this is just our game plan?
What does Contagion Vorak do?
3 mana, 3/3, top 4, reveal a.
Okay,
Wow,
you
that's
can
a
get a
3 mana,
land, and if
3/3.
yeah, if you can either get a land, and if you don't want the land, you can proliferate instead.
This is incredibly strong. And then this
Just
is
a
oil counter
troll.
liker that becomes like gain 3, draw a card if you have. And this is double proliferate.
Yeah, do we need a third Rot Priest, or we want to pick up one of these guys?
Yeah, this might be a little better for like our curve set. I'm gonna go with the
I
Rot
like that.
Priest. I think I might be wrong there, but like,
We can pick up a cultivator here, or a gladiator, or we can pick up a. This would be a a free pick for the land. If there's any red we want to play. There's also just like a very reasonable 2-drop we could be picking.
Yeah, or like the cultivator lets us play Rot Priest on 3.
Notably,
The draw
the
spell hands us our opponent a poison counter too, which is like
very reasonable.
starting.
Yeah, but notably that mana creature is not fixing. It untaps a land.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a choice between Basilisk or 3/2 that becomes a 1/1 Might on death. The Mites can't block, and they have Toxic 1.
We since we have the Rod Priest, they can give the things Death Touch.
Yeah.
So maybe we just want guys who we're okay trading off.
Yeah, this could trade off, and then the Might on offense can trade off as well. Another Blight Belly Rat.
What's that guy do? Okay, this is the once a turn Blood Baron.
Yeah. And then this is Toxic plus Toxic. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm a little more thinking low. I kind of like the rats keeping. I want to try to get our curve out of the ground. Oh, check this out.
Thirsting Roots. Yeah, it's a Lay of the Land or a Proliferate.
I'm cool playing that card.
Titanic Growth is a very old card.
Yes.
It's no Fido Burst. Even though it's better than Fido Burst, it's no Fido Burst. There's your Vat Emergence if you wanted it, or you can go ahead and pick up the Skull Bomb.
They're both recursion pieces.
One of them draws cards. One of them is
this one's like card draw. This one's like proliferate.
Yeah, we don't really have any cool guys to proliferate.
The proliferate's mostly okay. The proliferate's mostly like we're not proliferating oil, we're proliferating poison.
Yeah. Give your toxic guy trample.
Just push. Trample touch. I'll take 1 trample touch in our pile.
Add another duress to our sideboard.
This card's good.
Yeah, the Raptor's pretty good.
Yeah, this is a graveyard, so I don't know how many of these are making it in the deck, but wow, that's a pretty.
Hey, Tyvar!
Hey, Tyvar. Okay.
So, this guy, you might think he doesn't do anything, but really what he does is you minus him, and then you can get a guy back with him. He is a 1,000-year elixir otherwise.
Yeah, we don't have much that takes advantage of that, but I'm not gonna
say no.
I'm not gonna say no in the colors. It's like recur a rat, basically.
And plus, Pointswalkers are enemy AI affecting.
Yeah, this being around might completely shift our...
what does that long legs do? Copper long legs. Sacrifice proliferate. Okay. And there's a Terramorph spec.
This will make a thrilling tale.
Okay, is Kaito worth splashing?
I don't think so. So Kaito is on 0 draw. Whenever you hit with a creature, you can bounce it and double activate Kaito, and then you can make a creature either unable to block, attacker block, or -2 to make a 2/2 that drains. More rats.
Pick a rat. Could pick, what's that drone do?
So this is a 2/1 toxic that searches the land to top of deck.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we can fit in Kaito, so I'm going to ignore Kaito here. I know that I'm ignoring...
Just a big guy.
Okay. Oh, also...
Oh, he should probably pick the
We should probably pick the removal spell over the 6/6.
Yeah. And there's the prophetic prism that would have let us splash.
Splash. The problem is, like, we have thirsting roots, and that's the only piece of fixing right now that I want to play.
Yeah, we want to play.
I want to play.
Yeah, if we had picked, if we had psychically known, but ambitions cost.
Just ambitions cost versus...
Pick a Hive Master or a 2-drop or a Skull Bomb.
Yeah.
The Skull Bomb is draw 2 cards rather than draw 3. Because you pick up a creature and then draw a card.
Yeah, this is +2/+2 or proliferate. We don't have any card draw on the deck. So I'm fine picking up...
No, we actually do. We have Glissa.
Oh, we do have Glissa.
She's a fire arena. You could pick up one of those now.
Yeah. Not super into this creature, but I'm not against it. Okay, the blue splash looking like it had some powerful stuff with it.
What's that troll do?
Oh, this is draw a card if we have...
You have an oil.
You have a couple oil cards. I kind of want that to be able to... Maybe I'll just pick up...
I could just pick up the Dross Bomb here, yeah. You already have a Maze Bomb.
Blade Atlantis. Okay, we're... kind of just seeing cards. I'll pick a Pits.
Pick up a, yeah. I think it's better than the 2-drop.
Yeah, I feel like our 2s are kind of... combat trick that works gives...
Things toxic hexproof, yeah. Which is most of our creatures. We could pick up a anti-flying dude or a fleshless gladiator.
Okay.
So we've got some power, and we've got some drugs.
Yep.
That sounds normal.
We really want to get that first point of poison on them. I guess, like, there's a couple, Oh. Sure. Just getting that first point of poison, we have a good chunk of proliferate hanging out on, like, the rats and... Let's see, Hive Master trades. And this set actually has a number of cards that just hand off a poison counter. We saw, like, the Edict that hands off a poison counter. There's a Draw 2 that hands off a poison counter. There's, like, there's a blue spell that all it does is hand off a poison counter.
Wait, did Tyvar dip his fisties into some hex plate? They teach him how to do that?
That's pretty cool, huh? Tyvar is, so there were, like, the story articles, and Tyvar was, like, the big, the big winner in as far as the story stuff goes, because he was actually, like, pretty cool, and him punching out Tybalt was neat. Alright.
I mean, he already punched people before. Did he just show up to Mirrodin and be like, hey, teach me how to make metal hexagons on my arms?
It's a good place to go if you want to know how to put metal hexagons on your arms.
It is. He's not the only person in this block to have gone to Mirrodin in order to get metal arms. It's happened twice. It's not a lot of times, but it's still weird that it happened more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a card that shows him kicking Tybalt's ass.
Yeah. deck seems like it's a little... It has the poison problem.
We got to get our first point of poison.
No, it's fighting against being poison and being not poison.
Oh, that's this set though. That's like.
Well, that's
a fundamental problem with Toxic. The problem with in Scar's block was that you either wanted to have all your creatures have
infect or none of them.
Infect or non-infect. The problem with Toxic is that a lot of creatures have Toxic 1 but 2 power, so it's like.
Are the metal hexagons Phyrexia? No, the metal hexagons are like they're the hex plating a Mirrodin. Like if you look at
just go look at old Mirrodin cards and
Glimmer Void or like
Hexplate Golem.
Yeah. I wonder if I want to fit a Skull Bomb in here or where.
Could play our cycle land over a Swimp.
Yeah, that's gonna happen once I get to lands.
Why does I don't think hexagons are a particularly natural formation for metal to form in. I can't think of a metal that would do that. There's plenty of stones that do that.
I guess that's part of the fact that Mirrodin, there ain't anything natural about it, right? Like,
yeah, like basalt. That's the famous one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Giant's Causeway. Steel can do it.
I don't think this card's good.
Yeah, it's like they double block it. If it was infect, it would be great, but no. Well, water isn't a isn't a metal.
Yeah, infect was like super annoying when like you get an opponent to 1 and then you'd have like infect creatures, or you'd get an opponent to 9 poison counters and like, whoops.
Hexagon close pack. Easier.
Alright, this
we're in the Meat Palace.
Yeah, we're in that room from the end of Hakaider where it's all white and there's all red blood under it. Okay. Okay, so this becomes a good tapper if we hit 3.
We get to kill their good tapper for free.
Alright.
Although we probably just play out Glissa next turn and okay. Yeah, it's this guy. We just take these or trade these?
I'm taking the trades here. I'm not gonna, even though they get a drain 2 off it.
Well, we would have taken 2 damage anyway.
We would take 2 anyway. We get a poison counter, and then they can start proliferating the poison counter. And
he's not worse than Blood Artist. He's probably better than Blood Artist in Limited.
I mean, the thing is, drain 2 is like, okay. You do realize that worse than Blood Artist describes literally every drain effect that has ever been printed, right? I just want you to, like, that's a truth.
Go Glissa. Do not be dead. Do not get killed by opponent's cards. Our opponent, who has Lightning Bolt sleeves, is playing no removal. Una Mariachi has nothing.
They missed land drop, so they're going to cycle a Skull Bomb. Look at this one. So, they missed land drop 3, by the way.
They already been drafting a whole bunch, or did they pay to have some skins? Who knows? They're unranked bronze.
Yeah,
so.
we're I ain't that far up there right now because I don't play. I stopped playing for a while. Well, we're gonna take 4 for this.
Actually, we're gonna take 5 because we're gonna draw a card and lose a life.
Yeah. I'm here to take damage.
And we have a And we have a ambitions cost in our hand.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
Hey,
Easy. Pay all the life.
Just have them concede to your bomb rare. It's
Yep.
fine.
Oh. But yeah, no, that's a trick. If it's like if you said it, damn, that draw spell's worse than Ancestral Recall. Well, yeah, you're right. Damn. Like, damn, that Blood Artist is worse than Blood Artist. Yeah, you're right.
What was the Blood Artist that was a human rebel?
Zulaport, Cutthroat? No, it was Enforcer? Cutthroat?
No, Enforcer. No, it gets Cutthroat, because Enforcer is the level up
Level
guy.
up one? Yeah. Anyway. I'm really glad our opponent, like, scooped, because I was a little worried about our life total in that one.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Yeah, it's Zulaport, but it's cut Blood Artist, but only for your guys.
King of Tendies.
King of Tendies.
One of the most powerful.
This looks fine.
We're on the play, so
we get to play our tap land without cost.
Oh, good time.
They also know the way of tap lands. But we get to play our guy.
There's a little tree out of blood over there. All right, what the hell do you do? Holy shit!
Yeah. This is this set's werebear.
This is somebody designed a card and really wanted it to be played and constructed, huh?
And the thing is, it's still probably not that very good in Instruct because it's a 2-mana Monodork. Well, I guess we play out the Hive Master.
Yeah,
because it's the most power.
They're both Toxic 1. But yeah, this is Mana, Exile, 3/3, so they get a 4-drop here. Alright, I want... Okay. What does this do? Okay. 1/4 little text right now.
It's a horned turtle. Here comes a new Daredevil. What's that guy got? Toxic 1?
Toxic 3.
Well, we could just kill it.
Yeah, that might be worth just getting our Cultivator out of the way, or paying 5.
I think getting the Rot Priest down makes a lot of... We're okay vomiting cards because we literally have a draw 3.
Yeah, we have a draw 3 in hand, so, like... Alright, let's Annihilate that. Well, they get to recur it, but, like, that's...
That's like their whole turn.
Alright, so we want to target this. This thing's pretty good for a common. Wow.
Sacrifice our shitty guy who's bad. Play our Rot Priest out, and then we get to bash.
Yeah, we can't...
We can attack with... I may as well not attack. They can just have a free block.
Yeah, we don't have a...
We double toxic.
Yes.
Get your Britney Spears out now.
And now we can hand off Death Touch to this and this, so...
Actually, does this say another? Nope, it can target itself.
Yeah, target itself, which is good. It's a 1/5. It needs that. Alright, they've got a lot going here as far as, like... you know, they have 5 mana, reasonably full grip.
Toxic Beast will be Pauper viable. Well, the problem with playing it in Pauper is it would be competing with a different thing called Infect. Like, are your Toxic Beaters as good as Glistener Elf when you can play... Is Invigorate banned in Pauper? I thought that was a common at some point.
I don't care about this.
Yeah, but Invigorate's banned in Pauper. I thought that would probably be the case. Yeah, 6/6, who cares?
Yeah, my field Death Touches, I don't give a shit.
One of our guys dies when he dies.
Okay, they're just exiling cards, put counters on it. By the way, it has to exile a card to get the oil counter. Like, the ability doesn't resolve unless you target a card and such, so. Nice.
I guess we attack these first. With
yeah,
we don't get the You don't get the rot piece in combat. But...
Yeah, we just hold that back. I'd actually hold back the basilisk.
Seems very reasonable. Sadly, the Hive Master kills them faster with his power than he does with his...
Well, not with the extra.
Yeah. Now with the extra, he barely edges it out.
Yeah. So we can play another Hive. This has a Drain 3 on it, or not a Drain 3, but they lose 3 on it, so... That'll be nice.
Sack their bomb.
Sack to draw, huh?
They're desperate, they need removal.
Huh.
Like a 4/4 doesn't do anything.
Right, and we want, like, if we draw 6th land, that's super strong because we get Rot Priest activate. Okay.
Yeah, here's the big guy.
You know what?
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares? Doesn't have haste, and I can block it with a Hive Master. So... Who cares?
Man, I like a 6/7. It reminds 6/7 reminds me of Boulder Fist Ogre or whatever. The attack with the 6/6 would be smart here. Although I think we just block with Stinging Hive Master.
They're dead? Did they just die?
Did they just die?
Poison, 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 and they all poison too?
All poison doubles, yeah.
They just died?
Yeah, they died.
The marks.
You dare bring light into my lair? You must die.
Yeah, like, whoops. Yeah, because all my creatures are secretly toxic too right now.
Wow.
Womp. Everybody's got to figure this out. And yes, it does see them die. Like that's how that works. Everyone learns that, like, that's something, you know.
Did you have fun in this match?
Happy face. Yeah. Everybody learns. I like their deck. I like the big. They were just on big, huge creatures. Like
they had creatures that I would want in our deck. That's I like that the paladin of whatever.
I'm annoyed. I want these to be clean. Thank you.
All will be clean.
We have the Black Sun Twilight here.
Gildred's lower torso looks different every time you see it.
She's been rebuilt. This is like, this almost seems like Fractal. Like, we're just kind of keep going. I don't know.
I guess the smarter thing would just say it's a statue, but who cares? I don't.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. I'm in.
We can trade a rat and then have a 3-mana rat.
That's sweet.
Or untap our rat.
I mean, that also works. Alright, here we go. Rats off to you. I'm happy to be able to rats off to my opponent. It's been a while since rats off to you has been real.
We can proliferate with our Planeswalker.
Holy shit!
Work up to its ultimate. What does the Raptor do? I guess we're just playing the Hive Master this turn.
Yeah, we're just playing the Hive Master. This says, holy shit.
Yeah.
Eat shit Windrake. I love seeing eat shit Windrake.
Yeah. I'm a little sad at eat shit Windrake, but...
well, I mean, like, we're at the point where I just expect...
We expect it, yeah. We expect it.
I
recognize that I'm old.
I could play Tyvar pre-combat.
I'm not going to trade, though.
Right, but then I get to untap Tyvar, and, like, this has 4 loyalty, and I have a proliferate target if they trade.
Sure, I guess.
It seems stupid, but it means they're less likely to trade.
But I forget the Hive Master, we can just play the Rot Priest next turn and have 2 toxic guys to attack.
That's probably better. Okay.
Oh, I'm dumb. Why did they do that? Why did they do this?
Alright.
I mean, bronze on the first week of a month on a new draft set.
Like,
I don't think that means anything.
That means nothing. Like,
we could double block. That seems bad.
what trick is going to be 1 million? Is there a trick that's like +6/+6 on this? Like, if this dies, I don't care. If this dies,
okay, let's see what happens.
I want to see what the trick is.
The trick is,
sure,
you get a might.
Cool. I traded 1 for 1 with a 4, and now I have a 1/1 that can attack. That one's dangerous as hell.
Well, our choices are: we can Tyvar minus get a rat, play a rat. We can draw 3 cards. Yeah, we can attack with the Rat Priest.
And then we can get a rat.
Free real estate.
So, rat can fight duelist. Sure, whatever. Again, combat tricks, I don't care. Those are fine. We can re-rat. And we have, you know.
Yeah, we have the refill.
So, show me your combat trick, please. Okay. I wanted that off the table because it blocked the mic too easily. Like, in the sense that, like, I can death touch the mic, but it doesn't matter if it's on double striker.
Maybe our opponent is just of the school of thought to just
Always
take
be
trades
trading.
when offered. Which is generally a correct mindset to be in. Although their creature was more valuable than ours.
Yeah, do they have removal or something? Like, what are we looking at here? Maybe we're looking at them trying to pay 5 mana to kill our...
1/1.
Sure.
This looks like 2 3s.
Yeah, combat first.
We can untap the Rat Priest.
Okay, they're immediately on 3.
Actually, do we untap the Rat Priest or do we just get a rat here?
We just get a rat here.
Let's see what this Hex Gold can do.
The thing with the loop here is that the rats proliferate onto Tyvar, who then makes another rat.
Yeah.
So, like,
we
the
could
rat
double.
loop.
We could double our rat.
Rats
Okay.
off to you.
Opponent traded their way out of every opportunity they had.
Yeah.
I bet there's something to this bronze.
I don't know. I We're what? 4 hours into the format existing?
Yeah.
People are not gonna know. Who the hell are you?
A vampire.
Oof.
Ooh. It's a 5-lander.
Yeah, unless this is like a proliferate, which, like, is probably what I want to use it for, but, like,
We're on the draw. We should mulligan.
this hand is just not great.
Yeah, we put back the Rot Priest, maybe.
You have more Rot Priests. Feed the Infection
hope-
is what gets us out of the mulligan hole.
We just hope they play a 1/1.
We can hopefully we can, like, you know, get.
Ah, we've alerted our opponent to our. There we go.
Hopefully, like, we can attack and trade or something like that. I'm taking 2 from this. This isn't toxic.
Yeah, we need to get the.
Okay then. I'm taking 2.
You sure? Do you want to proliferate? You can. Oh, you didn't choose to? You could have.
You're right, I could have. Okay. Hopefully we don't have, like, a aggressive line out of our opponent. I'm hoping for just, like, pass with mana up.
A 3 mana 3/1 with an activation.
That's not great.
Okay, a guy that's 2 guys.
I probably want that in play.
Yeah, I don't see what It lets us turn our Whisper of the Dross into a removal spell if we
yeah.
block.
We need board presence before we... Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright, we get the might. So
And
we're now...
their gladiator is going to be on. They
Yep.
can resurrect him now.
We're also at 9. That's annoying. I was hoping for no blocker so I could get this again, but...
Okay.
Okay. If we're looking at a card that recovers us, Glissa is it. When we go to 4 on this...
What's the worst that could happen? Play the
Titanic Growth.
overrun. Play the overrun. There's an overrun in this set.
Yeah, it's +2/+2, and whenever you block,
Doesn't give...
poison counter. Or the 4/4 haste would have been good enough there.
Or
Yeah. Alright, I don't...
They're gonna sack their Dross Pit? Okay. They're checking the activation cost.
Okay,
Time
actually,
for 2 blockers.
and we actually want to play the swamp here because we want to be able to hold up Whispers of the Dross.
And do bear in mind, we could just die from, if the rat dies, they poison us up to 5, and then if the copper dies, they could poison us up to 6.
I got.
Players may concede at any time.
Mm-hmm. Nice call, Blazing Blade.
First blood.
Our opponents just edicts and bears, and that's good enough, especially when we mulligan to 5.
So you block the rat.
And minus the rat. And we'll go to 1.
We'll go to 1 and 5 poison, maybe 6 poison if they want it.
Oh, yeah, I'm not concerned about the poison when my life total is this low.
Now we actually do want to proliferate. It's worth 1 poison counter.
Okay, it auto submit 1. Is this selected?
Yeah, it says submit 1 and their face is getting...
Oh, their face is glowy because it's the player we're targeting. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not fucking it up. Alright, so we do need to draw a blocker. And they need to not have a creature, which they do. A 5/5, huh?
Seems like we block their 2 biggest creatures and take 1 and die.
Yep. That's the mold of 5.
Sometimes you mulligan into Oblivion.
And sometimes you have an edict hit your Glissa because of play order that we're not going to make again. Again, make every mistake once.
Yeah, we would have that 7 would have easily lost to that draw as well. Because that 7 was essentially that 7 had fewer cards in it than our 5 did.
Well, the problem is that like our 7 would have been terrible against triple edict, right? Like we had 1 creature.
Sure. Well,
after keeping this a lot more medium on it. I don't like seeing this.
I'm scared of mulliganing now. Well, this is kind of our deck.
Yeah, that's why I wanted as many rats as we had, you know, because I wanted the ability to have So we're doing this first, then Scourge. Scourge gets lifelink that touch on 3 counters. Cool.
You want to block. They do not want to block.
Alright, first blood. I didn't even read this.
Yeah,
Oil counter liker, okay.
Yeah, the red likes oil counters, which... Oil counters, they've invented another form of charge counter. They keep doing it.
Okay. No blocks. They have a trick. Okay, they're holding a trick. It's probably +3/+1. Well, I'm racing here, so... Oh, you have removal, not a trick. Sure.
Bolt charge. They killed a creature that leaves a creature when he creatures.
Yeah, well, they wanted to get rid of the poison, I suppose. We can't draw the card off pits because I want to play Engulfer next turn. And this thing is like...
Large and in charge.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Haste,
it's a 4/5 haste. They're choosing not to haste because they want to... Although it still doesn't matter because it only goes up to 3.
Yeah.
Wait, does Furnace Spider does not have reach? It's a not even... Oh, it's Strider.
Strider.
It's a beast, not a spider. Okay, a 6/5. Which, with our Dross, will be able to beat anything in combat.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about the turn they untap here if they start moving in, but we'll see what they do. Okay, that's gain 3 draw card.
And then they get to haste it.
Yeah, but they can't get past.
They don't attack with the spider.
Okay.
Okay, what does Anoint do? Is it just kill if they have 3 poison counters?
Yeah, if they have 3 poison counters, it's exile target creature. If they have less, it's 3 or less, which can just hit the Cackler. You can swing with Engulfer, but like the problem is the Troll plus the Strider is a double block that kills it, and I can't even use draws to work around that. I might just want to draw the card off the pits and see what happens.
Seems very reasonable. Okay, the rat's not bad here.
Yeah. This is an instant.
Yes, we could 3 for 1 ourselves by just playing the 2 Whispers into Anoint of a Reflection, but that seems poor.
That is technically a line, you're not wrong.
Okay. This is a thing we can lose to.
Yeah. If we lose our Sky Engulfer, we lose the game on the spot. I do not like how many cards are in our opponent's hand right now.
But they're cowards.
Anoint is not a sorcery, Anoint's an instant.
What does the Scamp do? It removes counters to damage, right?
Yeah, it removes counters to damage. We look like we're in a position of strength here, but we're super weak. Like, the 3 cards in hand makes us look a lot stronger than we are. But, like, if our opponent ever, like, decides not to be a coward, we're dead.
We can just kill the Scamp, and then whisper anything else.
Yeah.
And that gives us the Anoint.
I don't want to burn the Whispers for nothing.
Yeah, it would be like blocking the Cackler with the...
Or like killing, stopping this would be a nice one. Like just turn off its power.
How do we kill the Scamp in response so they don't ping our...
Yeah, I think we're just gonna... Well, it's not target, it's each opponent.
Oh, yeah. Okay, submit 1.
And that gets their proliferate, which gets oil on the furnace.
A 3/2.
This is a 3/2 with no text. Okay. Yeah, the proliferate MTGO did the same with proliferate. Okay. So 3/2 no text. We at least have them poisoned, so like when like our rats and such do get to, you know, proliferate on them. If we could draw into one of our 4-drops, that'd be nice. Oh shit, are we dead? What does this do?
X is 5 or more. Put the chosen card on the battlefield and the rest on the bottom. Okay, so they get a land and or a creature, and if from the top 6, and they can put the creature into play.
Okay, so this is just top 6 slam a creature. Okay.
A creature and a land.
That's fine. I don't really care about a land when they're at this deep. The thing with all the Sun's Twilights is that at X equals 5, they go like wild.
They get bigger, yeah.
Also, this one is Scream at the Sun.
He's about to eat it.
Yeah, I could use Whispers to make Anoint real if I need to.
Yeah, but we would prefer that not to be the case.
Okay, another Furnace Strider. That, again, if our opponent, you know...
Yeah.
The cowardice is saving our lives here. This is just a body. At some point, if they ever draw, like, you know, the common red, deal 5 damage, you know... burn spell.
I like that Strider. That's a good card.
Yes, especially because it can haste itself.
Yeah.
Target creature, so...
Earth Elemental with haste just seems like pretty good.
We've been spotting some pretty strong commons in this set. Like, just...
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm also liking red in general, I think.
Yeah. God, our opponent's still on, like, 3 in hand. Okay, this is loyal counters to loot. Or tool.
Cool, man.
Still quite strong.
Another Cackler is a 5/3.
5. I mean,
oh wow, their hand is that bad.
what, your hand? Yeah.
Oh, are they just? They're going to give us the press.
Yeah, this is a full court, right? Are we finally seeing it?
Yeah, then remove an oil counter from your spider to give you Cackler. And then you attack for 10,
10 plus
18, 21,
yeah.
24, 25, 26.
Is there any card in the deck that deals with this? Not one, but like we can build a board enough to like kind of slowly deal with this. Like again, the problem is if our opponent like realizes coward, you know, like, you know, if they realize that full court press kills us. Okay.
Why do they haste the engraver? Okay.
To just draw this card off it, I suppose. Alright, thinking.
We can put the rat on one of the Cacklers and then shrink it, but we take 2 from that.
I think what I want to do is I want to Whispers of the Dross one of the Cacklers so that it can die to a rat, and then kill this Furnace Strider.
Makes sense. And we do it now so that they have fewer permanents. And then the Edifice can block the other Cackler.
Yeah, that's fine. So that 1, and then now we kill you.
The thing we're actually going to lose to is Oil Gorger Troll.
Okay, so then we trade.
We could chump and then eat a troll, or just take 4 and eat a troll.
Why would that be better though?
I don't know.
Obviously, we're taking a lot of damage here.
Oh, okay. I thought we were trading with the Sky Guy. Never mind.
Oh, okay. I had no idea what you were talking about. I'm sorry.
You know how I am with ones and zeros.
Okay. So now we have a 6-5, and like we're at 6, but we control. Son of a bitch.
Why didn't we see any of that guy? That guy is so good, and we saw him 0 times.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we didn't see him.
Do they know the full court? Yeah, they do. Full court here. Okay. So the line here is like this.
And we take 4.
Yes, which means the next time this attack happens, we'll take 1. Well, no, we'll take 2. We only have 2 blockers. We need to draw...
like removal or Glissa or something.
Something.
How good would Skull Bomb be?
Pretty good. We got mana for it.
Speaking of, we should charge our cultivator.
I'm just going through. Yeah. Oh, not
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost killed you.
We need to kill this. Charge you. How it goes to. We need to draw.
Not that. Okay, they know.
Yeah, they know.
Okay, we got flooded. They also got a little flooded, and they had to have had better things to hit than the spider off their green. Like that, if they hit that 4/4 off that green sun, we would have been so screwed.
Yeah, I think. Trying to think where in that game we could have like the. If I decided to -3 myself, we could have prevented the card draw on the ogres, but that sounds like the worst plan.
But I think should we be playing those whispers? Do we have any jobbers we could play over them? At least one of them. The 2 felt very excessive.
Yeah, drawing both felt pretty bad.
And the evaluation we're getting so far is there's not a ton of X1s.
Let's take a look.
Did you play a 6/6? Or that trick? That trick actually would have done more of that game.
Yeah.
Or the bomb. The bomb is like the 2 mana cycle. So that's its worst it can be.
Right, and at best it's like, okay, I just want to punch through with something. Yeah, this just isn't.
I could see playing one of them, like it being like an anti-combat trick, but I guess if we want to lower the curve, we'll play the bomb. If we want to be higher impact, we play. Probably means we play the bomb then, because we're taking out a cheap card for a cheap card.
I'm fine with that.
Oh no, the Helix or Salix or Silex.
The head cleaver is good if we have a raw priest. Yeah, that's my problem with the raw priest is that like 2/4 menace just sounds like really, really poor.
Yeah, it's pretty medium.
Like if we have the ability to hand a death touch, that's a lot better. Oh my god.
Well, if we draw green, this is good. Okay, this is better. We just put the Mantis back.
And I get to play Cultivator and like start up with that.
Ooh, the Incisor prosthetic. They've been experimenting with the Norwood Ranger mana generation creature a lot.
grabbing planes, and that's fine.
Yeah, they're going to be able to attack pretty freely. They just equip onto the toxic stacks, so it's gonna be. They're making their little drone mover a little threatening. But we have the basilisk next turn. Or the rot priest, actually. We could just zoot out the rot priest. Okay, that's nothing.
No, that's actually quite something.
Oh, it's target attacks. I thought it was a...
Yeah.
Okay, a plan has emerged.
I guess we just play the Rot Priest here.
Yeah, to spend the most mana.
It's like they can make it, 0 power, but I can still block the 2. So, that's fine. Not a problem. And then we can charge up the Cultivator and hopefully get the Sky Engulfer on 5. Okay. So here we get Basilisk. I'm not going to bother attacking because I want to...
You need the blockers.
If I do bother attacking...
We'll take 2 because the experiment will punch us.
Yeah, well, I'll have a Basilisk or I'll kill their flyer, right? Like, those are the options. I'm gonna be a little bit aggressive here.
We do need to get a poison. First poison is valuable. And it's only 2 that we're extra damage we're taking from this.
We're not taking the toxic from them. We're actually getting 3 poison from this. Okay. That's pretty good.
I might pop the bomb.
Yeah, I was thinking that. This is grave pickup, and we're not really... whenever Theorist comes into play, draw a card, discard a card, or an artifact. Sure, that's got some other text.
And then it's like... Grave... not Grave Troll, but Junk Trawler.
Yeah.
I know I think I could card sleeves. Ooh, what was that? Dollar Tree.
So if they attack in with both, I could trade my Cultivator for their Experiment. But I don't want to do that because I have the 6 in hand.
That seems reasonable.
Okay. So then...
We chug to get charged and consider popping the Skull Bomb.
And they're gonna punch high.
Yeah, they're leaving an oil counter around.
Okay.
There are merits to attacking here.
The Death Toucher is like a pretty... Actually, I kind of like both. I don't know. Like, both they might call our bluff.
But if they do call our bluff, we have... Well, we'll have a big creature for them to block with, even their flyer.
Yeah, because it does have reach. I just go the 1 here.
Yeah, let's get them up to 5 poison.
Okay.
We get to find out if their deck contains interaction.
Basically. Alright. Hello. Here's my big blocker. They missed...
Yep.
No, they haven't
give that. They can give that minus...
4?
Actually, minus...
5? They can give it a ton of minuses, but, like...
Still a 1/5?
It's still a blocker.
Okay, now it's a 0/5.
Whatever. The draw discards. They discarded another Trawler Drake.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. I don't really think that does much, but...
They have a stop on our...
Like that. This is actually really nice because it untaps creatures.
Okay. So, are we bashing?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how much we're bashing with. The problem is, like, 1 power on our Death Touchers, so they can do double blocking.
They can't do double blocking. Removing their metal is pretty good.
Yeah. We can freely attack with a 6/5. That just can happen because we can untap it. That and the
Well, they
Basilisk?
can... They might... Yeah, those are...
Can't be blocked by flyers. They would have to throw basically the entire team under that bus.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with, like, a good chunk of this team dying.
Ivar gains his life, that's fine.
Jumps.
I like this.
We get rid of their looter, too.
Well,
Well, this thing. The loot
I know. I was wondering if they had anything.
Okay, so now we...
Ivar untaps the guy.
This is super cool, because, like, untapping this is actually super strong here.
They'll talk about this fight for centuries.
And we get to draw spit.
Show them what you're made of.
Okay. Good positioning. Very good positioning for us. Draw 2?
Okay.
Sure.
Draw 2.
Divination. If we're at 3 poison, that costs 1, by the way.
They like the cheap divination. Ah, yes!
Wrong
yes!
target! Yes!
Yay!
Oh.
Enemy AI affecting!
So this costs 3 more if you target a creature,
so,
but like...
Yeah, so like, yeah, so that's, they had, it was basically if they wanted to spend the mana this
Grand
turn, but...
fight.
But like, that's the wrong creature.
And they didn't attack, because they are cowards. Tyvar lets us tap our cultivator when it comes into it. Let's draw a card.
Yeah, I want to draw a card, please. I want to stop drawing land.
Why did you say that? Well, up your nose with a rubber hose.
Why aren't you double blocking that?
And why is the experiment not the Dune movie? Whatever, we can't understand our opponent's motivations. People fundamentally can't understand other people.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. So 2 cards in hand. I think they're going to try to poison us in the air. Sure, I'll take... I guess this turns on their Corrupt. Do they have, like, some really powerful Corrupted card that I'm just not aware of?
Doesn't matter with what we're drawing.
No.
Okay. I think we send in the Rot Priest, too. Do we send in with the... Okay, this is, they have to block the Rot Priest.
Yeah, they take lethal toxic if they don't block here.
Or do they have a neck snap or something? I don't know. You dare bring light to my letter!
You must die!
Die!
No, I don't think people understand what Rot Priest does.
They spent too much time reading Venerated Rat Priest, so they didn't read this Rat Priest.
Yeah. Well, they just assume it's his opponent. Okay, that felt like escaping on that.
Put it bricked a bunch. Although they discarded a bunch of flyers for no reason,
Yeah.
and then died. They
Died.
They stopped taking game actions after putting a stuff on our upkeep, and then after that, it was all smooth sailing.
Okay, we should have picked the 4th Rot Priest, is what I'm learning. By the way, that card is
What did we pick over it?
I think the
Removal
removal
spell?
spell. Yeah.
Oh, removal's good. Ooh, yeah, I think
if our opponent like shows a mountain, we might lose on the spot because
you're not Alexander.
But
I like those sleeves. Bear. Yeah, I like them less seeing that they're a bear. Hurting me will make you famous.
I want this place to have more red cracks running through it.
I think it should have pillar. I think it should have blood.
I know,
but they couldn't.
I know it has the Phyrexian symbol in the center. And again, I mentioned it before, but the white marble with the red is very mulligan to 5. Okay, we can work with that. Hopefully,
it can work.
They also might just kick our ass because we don't have to play till 4. But
we're going to draw a rat. It's fine. Are we just thirsting roots for a land to thin?
It's the most minor of moves. But like drawing a 3-drop is absolutely what I want right now. Because like they're just going 1, 2, 3 at us. That puts us on 10.
A 3/1.
With toxic
3 mana 3/1.
That's a 2 mana 3/1.
Oh, I thought it was 3 mana 3/1.
No, they just play it on 3.
I was going to get nostalgic for the era of 3 mana 3/1s. There was a good 3 mana 3/1 in what was that set? The Triumph set, the most recent one, Gangster Town.
This is where we stop the bleeding. They're gonna make
they don't
2
have
mites.
A removal spell.
They're gonna make 2 mites.
Okay, block the 3/1. We take 3 poison.
And we go to 7 poison.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 2 bodies now.
And next turn we'll get a
flying blocker
creature. So
okay.
They have more mites? No. What does the Duelist of the Deep Faith actually do?
It has Spirit first strike.
Yeah.
All right.
It stems the bleeding.
Thank goodness. And here's the Sky Engulfer to fully block it. So now we just need to start pressing an offense.
Which the Blade Mantis is actually pretty good at. What do you do?
+1/+1 to target creature, or +2/+2 if it has Toxic. Luckily, the Engulfer says that that's just not relevant.
Yeah, because they
it
could Rattle. Yeah, Battle Rattle Shaman on their 2/2 first strike would actually be pretty bad. You have to give it, that'd be a 4/4 first strike.
Yeah. Okay, if we can start working through their blockers, the Rot Priests can kill them really fast.
But the Rot Priest is the only creature that can currently really even attack.
Yeah. I'm gonna get this lattice. Oh, that.
Well, we just play out the bomb and the...
Yeah, we just play out our
cultivator.
hand. We'll just get everything down. The threat here is that now we have, like, a ton of lethal toxic threats.
Yeah. I want that Norwood Ranger to have reach. Because every other card like that has had secret reach, and this one doesn't.
Alright, 2 cards in hand. Land.
I think I have another land in hand because they immediately went to combat.
I want to push with something.
Sadly, Rot Priest is what we have to attack with.
Or, like, I mean, like, this doesn't first strike on...
Oh, it's got black
It's
first strike.
yeah, that's why I said
Okay.
Spirit. Spirit of the Night. Sorry.
We
Yeah.
just attack with the rat then?
Yeah, we just attack with the rat, and that threatens enough.
Well, if we're going to do that, we play the Mantis first, so that it can get proliferated upon when it dies.
Sure,
And then we can, if they just take 2, then we draw off our Dross Pit. Mites cannot block. Acceptable. And I don't think we
No.
bother the oil counter on the
No.
cultivator.
not worth the time. The problem there is that I don't want like a blocker getting through on my ass.
Yeah, we need to block mites. Whereas now the Mantis is a threat. Now we pick up the rat. The rat's actually good here, so I think we do want to rat him. You want to live forever? I do. I'm not casting that.
Yeah, you kidding me? I'm out. Thanks.
Oh, you didn't attack with the Blade Mantis?
No.
It does untap itself when you spend an oil counter, right?
Oh, I guess so.
Oh, they seem like they're dead though, or very close to dead.
That was the point. I forgot that it untaps. I just assumed it exerted in my mind.
Nah, no.
All right.
I think we can still die here. So
That's
we have
why.
to...
Yeah, that's why I was trying to navigate this a little bit. There's like the spell bomb hands off trample. Okay, this makes more mites, but more mites don't really.
Mites are blocker, or not blockers.
They aren't blockers,
So
which is very important.
they pick that up and then replay it, and they have 3 blockers.
Okay, 3 blockers, 4 attackers. We win.
Okay, in this situation, I could see feeding the infection.
But we don't have to,
We don't have to. We just full court press.
because every one of our creatures is a lethal threat. Thanks, Rod Priest.
They have 3 blockers to our 4 attackers. And every one of our creatures does at least 3 poison.
Yeah,
Let's see how much poison they get. Okay, it's state-based action.
13.
Unlucky.
13 with 8 more coming. Okay, so got to keep in mind that 4/3 does untap. Again,
Yeah, that's why the card's I think the card's playable, just not very good in our deck.
See, in my mind, I internalize it as exert because it's like spend a resource on attack, but exert means it doesn't untap, whereas it's the opposite of it. Okay, Rod Priest is
Our priest is pretty good.
that shouldn't have been a game.
Opponent ran out of gas. They drew like mono planes after they played out all
Right.
the creatures they drew.
Yeah.
And then we lived with almost precisely as much as we could have.
The card I kept worrying about them top decking was just that overrun that gives you poison counters on block, because there was no way we could have lived through it.
Or if there was like a jump. There's a jump in this that I'm pretty sure.
There is. The white spell bomb jumps. Opponent goes first. I'll keep this.
Have our choice of poisons.
Yeah. Jake
Wait,
Man.
is this a Scourge is an imp? A Scourge does not look like an imp. I would describe a Scourge as a minion, because when I think of what I think the Scourges look like, Bone Shredder, and Bone Shredder was a minion.
This looks like something. This looks like I'd be fighting this in Elden Ring or something.
It's a squeeze box. It's
Yeah.
a concertina. Actually, it looks like
it looks like a chaos. A little bit. Oh, sweet. Oh, sweet.
Oh, sweet. Okay, we just have to draw our
We
lands.
just have to draw our lands.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said that.
We just have to draw our lands.
Ooh.
So this is 2. Whenever equipped creature attacks, make a bite.
That's 3 to equip.
Sure.
Now there's a, what's it called? Strand Beast? It's not a magic card. This is actually art I'm talking about.
If they equip, I'm not doing anything. Or I'm not blocking, I'm taking 3.
There's an art thing called a Strand Beast, which is a kinetic sculpture that is plastic wrap and PVC half-inch pipes that you use to make and rubber bands. And it has sails that catch the wind, and it causes it to walk over the beach. And they look very weird.
All right.
And Phyrexian edifice looks like that.
Hello. My name is Perfect Blocker. Do you have Volt Charge?
Don't have Volt Charge.
I'm basically asking if you have Volt Charge.
They're reading. Okay, they're reading.
They can tap it. It is 4 to use the bad tap. The good tap makes this Gideon's Lawnkeeper, which we haven't seen in a while.
What does the Leonin dipshit actually do?
+1/+1, well equipped.
Okay.
Which,
That's pretty medium.
you're right, it becomes a 5/3 if fully equipped. Which
I get to slurp their tapper.
Nice. I guess we just take their tapper here.
Yeah, they're going to they'll probably tap Nissa in response.
Which
but
means
then
I
we
should,
can.
yeah. This is a good.
It lets us attack with the rat.
I like this a lot more than I like the 1-drop so far. The one, just because this comes with a reasonable body, right? Like,
and it's an artifact. Oh, they're okay. It's a triggered ability.
All right, here's their tap.
If they equip their Lightbringer, that becomes a 4/3 and then a 6/3, but we can still block it, so we should attack with the rat.
Yeah. Rat's off to you. And then I get to, like, Rot Priest next turn.
Very sadly, Glissa says, destroy target enchantment.
Removing counters isn't, like, a bad mode.
Not a terrible mode.
Did kill walkers in, like, a questing beast way, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, we blockies. We take our 2-for-1.
Trade.
Scampies. Okay. What's Rot out?
Rot.
Hey, how do you feel about drawing 1 card and losing 1 life?
Oh, I like it. I love to draw cards and lose life. Alright.
So now that there's two Firerenas in this set. One of them is Glissa, and the other one is
Fireina.
with terrible art. I think that gets yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, it is not
Okay then.
It's not Paulo. Not Paulo. What's the other guy? What's the 1/1 with haste?
Fervent
Champion. Who's he based off? Paulo
No, that one's
is the 3/1 flyer. Shit. Somebody in the chat will tell us. They read.
So here's the thing. They're on 6 now, and I get to bank 2 3s, and this one is a life-linking Death Toucher.
Javier Dominguez.
Passable double
thing.
strike, and equips cost 1 less. Okay. Good news. I don't care. I kind of want to see how this deck works. I think the equip deck is gonna be really good because of cards like this at common. Oh, they've got.
Elite Spellbinder.
Yes.
That's Paulo Vitor da Rosa's card.
Target in with Glissa.
You could triple trade. Actually, wouldn't Glissa trade with the token?
No.
It has double strike. No, it would take 2 damage from it. That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
Okay. Ambitions cost.
A creature with Death Touch. Oh.
We just gave them a creature to put into
That's a Fiend Hunter. All right.
a Fiend Hunter.
Right.
Pretty good Fiend Hunter.
Yeah,
too.
that's that artifact or creature, and it's toxic on the 1/4. Yeah.
I see.
All right then.
Well, let's just make a big guy. And a rat. Because eventually we'll be able to full court press.
Yeah, at some point we can just full court. Like next turn looks like a good full court press if nothing changes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
The other problem is that our opponent has 6 poison with our Rot Priest in play, which, like, very good at pushing poison. They're also at 4.
Yeah. So it's like this is how Toxic works in this set, where even our Toxic caught up to our damage because we had the Rot Priest.
But also, we had 2 rats in play to proliferate, so that 6 was actually 8, you know? So, like, we were close to double killing them. By the way, Scars of Mirrodin had a Decimator Web, which was the card that it milled 6 poison counter and lost 2 life. It's 1/10 of everything.
Whatever win con you were going.
Now the trick is, if you could get the triple kill with it, this one sucks. It doesn't suck, but missing the black hurts.
Yeah. I could see Muller getting this, because it's off color, and the...
We're on the play, so like this setup's okay.
But you got a Chivo for getting the triple kill.
Yeah, if you ever got the triple kill, and yes, they didn't die to the mill, I'm aware of that. But it still was, if you got them to 0 cards, come on, that's the Achievo. This is yeah, okay. So the idea is that we actually have, I think it's 9 or 10 swamps in the deck. So
I do have 8 swamps and a tap land.
I'm counting the tap land as, but yeah. Here, what is this? Attacks, 3 poison counters, +1/+1 your team. You know?
I kind of wish that was a Thopter. Play an X1.
You know we're gonna draw the tap land, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can untap these.
Alright, so they're gonna get us to 3 poison, which gets the glider active.
They're gonna get us to 2 poison.
Oh, that was the other edict.
Yeah,
So,
stay shielded to get this.
Yeah, not the poison counter edict.
Okay, now they're gonna get us 3
Yeah, now we're at 3 poison. Okay.
Now, do we pop it for the card right away, or do we just accept that we're going to draw the tap land and 7 our opponent? We should probably just do the one, but I could see if we're going for the big.
The problem is, if I draw into Swamp and play, like, Rot Priest, this is a 5/5 now, so, like, we just don't have real blockers.
Yeah, we made their correct decision.
We look like a deck that does things. This was a known outcome on keeping the hand. Okay.
Are they?
Rats, rats,
Oh,
rats,
God.
rats,
Well, that's really
rats,
good.
rats, rats.
Okay,
rats.
Lay of the Land lets us.
Yeah.
Do we just have to kill the rat?
So what the hell's the rat do? When it enters the battlefield, reveal any rats. It's anything do. Other rat. I don't. This is just a 3/3.
Just a 3/3. Okay. Do we have to kill the flyer?
They're not attacking with it.
That could change.
I'm aware. But they're not.
We could just play the rat priest out.
It is the biggest blocker.
We can block the rat.
We have this world where our opponent's at 7. Is there a way for us to actually, like, kill them from where we're at? Doesn't look like it. I'd have to, like, play Hive Master and then have them all out us. Two, 7, 8, 11. All creatures. 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. Just doing lethal math with Hive Master. Problem is that they have an attack that just wipes us out there.
They also have secret damage if they can proliferate.
Yes.
Because of the guy who looks like a Cabal member and not a Phyrexian. Oh, that's also bad.
That's bad because that means they know to like attack with their. Wait a minute.
Please. Our guy has reach. Please. No. Wait. Yes.
Our guy doesn't have reach.
Please double block.
I think we have to. Can't kill the air.
Why didn't they full court press us?
Kill the rot priest. Okay. Terrible.
Of course.
That's very funny.
So the trick with that sword, which is really good by the way, is once you get one,
You can keep.
you can keep just getting them replaced.
Okay.
Attack with all your creatures. Why?
No, that's one short. God damn it.
Why? Do you not respect us?
So here's the thing. If they attacked with this 4-2, this 2-4, we could win. But now I need to draw a green removal spell that doesn't exist. I don't think we can get there. I can trade with the Rat King. We go to 6. Okay. Nice! It showed up! Thank you!
It showed up.
Yeah, so my thought process was, like, we try to just, like, hit them for 7 and kill them with this board, but they're just not.
Yeah, we didn't affect their AI well enough.
Also, like, what am I doing here? Like...
Kill us.
Kill me. Do it. Yes!
Finally.
Finally! We die!
Oh, man, they almost missed the cheapo for getting us to 10 poison and negative 20.
At least that one's very easy to see where the game fell.
Yes. we made a bet, and it didn't pan out.
I feel like the bet was still like, if we
That was a
drew the
reasonable bet to
swamp,
make.
like there's, I don't think I'd make that bet at like 0-2, but at 6-2, yeah, I'm fine making that bet. You got me. Okay.
This is good. Tyvar was medium.
What did we learn? Yeah, we knew Tyvar was gonna be like,
yeah,
just like medium. Rat was a little worse than I thought. Bodies like just traded up too quickly for Rat to be like great.
Yeah.
Rat was like
Whispers of the Dross is pretty terrible.
This card's fine. Yeah. God, I wanted this. I feel like there's like other color combinations where this would be better. Like, or like even like, we don't do anything with oil counters. If we have better use of that proliferate, this card's fine. But like, not for us.
Also, it's hard for, you have to use it as a trick, not as like killing a little guy.
Whereas on the other half of that, I actually liked Edifice a
He
lot.
was okay. I think he's okay. I don't think he's
I'll
good.
take the worst Necrotol, right? Like,
Yeah, he's a pretty bad Necrotol, but even a pretty bad Necrotol is still pretty good.
I like.
What's the worst playable Necrotol?
They're all pretty good as a thing.
Yeah, like Deckmore Lancer's pretty bad. He's like a 6 mana 3 more. Sorry, oh no, 6 mana 3/3. That terrors.
That's still
Or
really
Dark
good.
Banishing.
That's still just fine though. Usually,
Yeah,
like,
pretty good.
um,
Admissions cost is about as good as you think it is.
yeah, about as good as I think it is. I think this is a card that's strong
in a different deck. In the Gruul deck, I think this card's quite good.
This card was wild.
Yeah, this card's pretty damn good.
This card probably won us like what, 4 of our games, 5 of our games, like, and then Glissa takes the other 2. Because like it turns every one of your like toxic threats into something that's actually going to kill them through toxic, and it lets you death touch forward at them, which like works a lot, makes this card a lot better. I think this card's not great unless we have the Rot Priest.
Yeah.
At which point it turns around.
I think I hate Rustvine Cultivator. And shoutouts to Sky Scythe Engulfer. The big guy.
Yeah,
performed better than expected.
The reach on here was this is our big spider. Like,
yeah, very freak. Oh, he's not even a beast. I mean, he's not even a spider. He's a beast.
Yeah.
What is it with everything that looks like it should be a spider at the set being a beast? But anyways, Vulpine Goliath, pretty okay in this set. Creatures don't tangle with larger creatures that well.
Yeah.
This guy was like a wall in several games and the abyss in several games.
Yeah, pretty happy with that.
Maybe that's better in the Gruul deck. I don't know.
The Gruul deck feels like it wants to be super oiled up. It wants to be that Street Fighter 5 guy, right? Or is he not in 5?
I don't remember. You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, you want to oil up real hard. Obs, you okay?
Is Obs okay?
It froze. That was weird.
I was just having a think.
But yeah, in that draft, I could have seen us go blue a little more, and that would have been a direction, because we did see, like, Kaito and this late, and, like, this here is, like, a really strong proliferate payoff, because you just keep getting back the stupid bat. I don't know. The rat, honestly, I think the rat played as well as the rat wanted. Like, it's a 2-drop, it trades at 2 drops. The proliferate on it, again, in our deck, the problem was the proliferate didn't do much.
Actually, the rat, look at the rat again. He has like Mickey Mouse ears.
Yeah, it has as close to legally distinct Mickey Mouse ears.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's weird to have this disgusting rat having Mickey Mouse ears.
If you move those Mickey Mouse ears any closer together, many lawyers show up at your house.
No, it's not Mickey Mouse specifically. It's Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, these are Steamboat Willie ears. Yep,
these are Steamboat Willie ears. Almost out of copyright. Although I still don't think it's going to. I think the lawyers are going to lobby.
Annoying. We only drew this once, but this card's like good. Like
this card's good because even if it didn't have the corrupted text,
I played Smother. I've played Smother in a lot of formats.
It's pretty good. It's Exile. It's good.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the skull bombs.
Yeah, the thing is they're 3 to pop, so it's like...
One thing to also note is that this looks like... I'm not certain if it... I'd have to take a closer look at, like, commons and such, but this looks like one of those formats where you don't have late game mana outlets. So Flood is something you have to worry about. Like, the only mana-activated ability we have is Rot Priest, which we were using a ton, but everything else in this deck, there's no real mana sink. So once
That's kind of why those lands are here, so that you can like.
late game turn those into try and turn them into. But like that's always something. There's a couple questions you have to ask yourself when you're looking at a limited format, and the existence or effectiveness of mana sinks is one of them that I always keep in mind. Is this a format where
So just looking at our picks, we don't have any.
yeah, just none. We the only again, Rot Priest is the only one that has an activated ability, and that's it. Or a mana activated ability. Obviously, we have other cards with activated abilities. But so like that's something worth keeping in mind, and it might make stuff like this Axiom Engraver higher on your pick order, because like this is a card that like feeds oil early. You know, like that 1/3 drop our opponent have. Like this would make it like a 3 or a 4/3.
This card's a wizard. Just strange.
Yeah. Are they like engraving? Like
Just a rock they found.
is that like a?
Oh no, that's
That's
the
a
player.
welcome.
No, that's the player at the end of Bloodborne. They're getting a tattoo.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought they were making like a welcome mat, you know,
Ah.
or maybe like a sign, live, laugh, love to put up on there.
Yeah, Mike. They work at Michael's. Yeah, it's Phyrexia and Michael's. It's good art.
This
Good job, Tiffany.
This card's very good too. Again, like your combat trick that draws a card is, you know.
I'm a little lower on combat tricks that don't let you win combat, but just like
Yeah,
let you kill in combat. But
right,
even if you're just threeing them and then cycling it, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, especially because of the way this is worded, it's full round. So
yeah,
I'm interested to see. I'm gonna do some more of this on Friday, and then try to fit some in on the weekend, so that I can get some more time in with the set on drafting. Maybe Thursday if things fall apart. If things fall over. I don't know. There's always a 50-50 chance on Live Alive these days.
Live a dead. I shouldn't speak. I've had many streaming consistency.
Yeah, it just is what it is.
Piper looks like he's punching a robot that is from a different game. That does not look like a Phyrexian. It looks like a thing from Warhammer. He took his new robot arms to the Warhammer set and punched a robot there.
Oh,
anyway, let's look at our rewards.
Yeah, let's open some packs. Got a bunch of those, right?
You have a Brothers War pack.
I actually want to take a look at comments here. Each player okay, this is the force a poison counter instead of proliferate. This is the tumble magnet.
Yep, this version. How low has Tumble Magnet come? That is 4 mana colored, and then I guess it can hit a. Well, no, Tumble Magnet could hit him.
This is basically you're paying extra blue for that 4th counter. Which Tumble Magnet was 3.
3 and 3. That Scamp, the Cacophony Scamp, is not the card I was thinking of.
No, this is just like when it hits
No, it is. This is one of the cards that might get played in Pioneer Hammer time. Because just if it dies, it tins them.
This is the card that
this card is a card that's playable in no formats.
This is the card that tries to trick you into thinking it's cool by having a 1/2 body with a prowess trigger, and then you read the rest of the card.
And you realize this is a terrible card. Unplayable.
Canopy, we saw our opponent playing this. This is one of those like fine because of
it's because lots of artifacts.
Oh, here's this is okay. Here's the common combat trick.
Yeah, the +2/+. This is the one where Ajani says, "I'm your dad now."
Yeah. Elspeth, my friend. Yeah,
I'm your dad.
This feels
we saw this guy. This guy, he's a Hurloon Minotaur, but he can get pretty big. He did attack with him. He's a little Winmore, I guess, because he's when he was attacking as a 5/3, we were already kind of dead.
Oh, this
is Bear Punch.
This is Bear Punch by a different name because they don't want Bear Punch in this set. Oh, what is this?
Yeah, this is the planeswalker thing.
Oh, this is the Planeswalker hander offer. Sure.
And then, but it does do something else.
Doubles
it's
up
not
counters.
proliferate, but it basically is proliferate.
This is Kuldotha Rebirth, except for
it can actually hit your opponent's
Opponent's
creatures, and it says destroy, not sacrifice. There is interest in a kind of 8-blast,
yes.
8 rebirth deck in Modern, where you play these with the indestructible lands.
This one's
Yeah,
neat.
who cares?
This one's neat
like-
and constructed.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, this is this
Yeah,
one I
here's-
like the art on. I like the
Yeah, good.
stark.
Good on you, Eli.
Yeah, this really nice.
It's a perfectly playable spell.
Yeah, I mean, like 1 damage. We had some problems finding targets. This had every game had things to hit. Like,
Furnace Spider. I like this guy.
yeah, the hands off.
This is a Garuk mild speaker.
Yeah, this is like sad Garuk.
Yeah.
I mean, you play this on 4, and then you minus for some beasts, and they have Toxic 1. I guess that's okay. I mean, Luca's fine. This is a damn nice common. Just draw 3, like.
Feels like a card that should have been in Old Mirrodin. Dune Mover, he's okay.
Yeah.
We could have used that guy.
This is, I think, the card that, like, if you're doing equipment thing, like the like 4 Mirrodin stuff, this thing is super real there. This, as we said, feeds in itself.
Yeah, the Flesh Cutter, this might be first pickable. I don't know, but that's not before rating it or not. Here's Azuri, he's back once again.
Did you know Azuri is a Mole Drifter?
He's a Mole Drifter.
You can play Azuri, and then if you kick Azuri, you draw 2 cards.
I guess he's a Mole Drifter, except if Mole Drifter costs 7.
Yeah, and like poison your opponent a couple times. Toxic 1. Okay, makes an artifact a 4/4 as long as it's in play. Sure. On that body, that's fine.
They're pretty good.
We saw this out of our opponent. I called it when I said they were going to make mites. This card is quite strong because it's removal, but if you don't have the bodies, you can just make...
Then it's Raise Alarm, yeah.
It's like fake Raise Alarm because, you know, you can't catch them in combat, but, like, it still puts bodies on the table to attack with.
There's the most basic black combat trick ever that they print these days.
Yep. This card's fine.
Reminds me of Coat with Venom.
Yeah, I love Coat with
I'll
Venom.
help any way I can.
Hey, Wander. I think Wander is quite strong because of that first line of text.
Yeah, she defends herself. She's no Elspeth's Sun champion.
No, but, like, immediately being able to knock down everyone to 1 creature is pretty nice. As far as, like...
How confused must those samurai be?
Pop it out of nowhere?
Yeah, you pop into fucking Phyrexia, and you're like, oh
shit!
What's going on here, Emperor? What? How am I here?
I shall serve.
Yep, this guy's okay.
This really... Cat, huh? This really, like... I see this, I'm like, Deceiver X.
Yep, it says a weird Frost Links. The logbook. Yes.
Damn. That blue-white opponent, if they had this, would have kicked our ass.
The ossification is an interesting spell.
This is a really cool, like, so it's been, so like Journey to Nowhere is the card that I still think of as the baseline for, like, O-Ring that only targets creatures.
We haven't gotten Journey
to Nowhere has not been printed in a like standard. I don't think it was in
like
standard.
15 years.
I don't think it was ever reprinted in standard. I think it was just in Zendikar. But it's still the baseline in my mind. This is the first time we actually have Journey to Nowhere. Obviously, it enchants a basic, but it also hits walkers, which, like, that's pretty damn good. I like the balance on this, that it makes you can't play this if your mana base is super greedy.
It's funny because it's not good enough for Modern. Nobody plays basics in Pioneer, so this card is going to be a standard card.
Here's that tablet. This would be a card that would be like, if we actually had the more proliferate going on, or wanted to have proliferate had a payoff. This would be when we had the choice to pick this would have been a different direction for what we were playing. because like like getting up to that card draw for 1 is pretty good, especially as we talked about this format not having long game. Hi, my name's Cloud Goat.
Cloud Boat Ranger. Because she already has her own flying.
Yeah,
She doesn't need to be jumped, but
again,
the creatures
talking about
can't
these,
block.
like the commons, like we got some really standout ones that really look like, oh, these take over a game when you see them. Sure, this one's fine. Titanic growth. We saw that this thing's like
Not terrible.
Yeah.
It's big.
again proliferate double. We
The
saw them,
4/4 is pretty big in this format. Then we saw this.
yeah. This is again like think about this card as Journeyer's Kite first, and then the activation second, because like Journeyer's Kite is a playable card. Like we played it in Brothers War, and it was actually like there were decks where it was very good. This set has less mana payoff, so it might be weaker.
This set, Vanish into Eternity. It's a good spell.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's what's even happening in that card? Is the Silex messing up?
So they got to the, a group of the walkers finally got.
She refused to blow up the world because of the.
Yeah. So like, Jace goes, "We're gonna blow up the Silex here. I don't care that it's connected to all these other worlds. Even if they get like damaged by it, it's better than like them becoming Phyrexianized." And Elspeth intervenes by stabbing Jace in the chest, grabbing the Silex, and planeswalking away. Or like again, whoop.
Yeah, we're gonna just planeswalkers. Man, these white planeswalkers just love dying. This is like the third time Elspeth's died. Yeah, here's speaking of the Silex.
This card is
Ratchet Bomb's back,
extremely
baby.
playable because it's Ratchet Bomb, everybody.
Bomb is back.
If you aren't familiar with Ratchet Bomb or Powder Keg, the card's very good.
That's good. Good they put it in the Pioneer. It's pretty good. This is the second time because Karn's Silex was
Yeah, like this is the idea here is that like you can pick it up and you can proliferate it up if you really need to. Like to destroy, like for 1 on 0, this hits all tokens that are not all tokens that don't have a mana cost. It doesn't hit like copy tokens, but like you kill all the mites. We saw an opponent with this. I think this card's like
card's reasonable.
Fine.
Because it's very cheap. Cheap to equip.
Yeah.
And it's both an offensive and a defensive.
Oh, and also Silex has more text. I didn't even. It has like the remove 10 counters. Hey, check it out.
This guy, not a spider. One of the few non-Phyrexians in the set.
I would say pretty good card. Like if I want to,
he's pretty good. If I want a 5/5 with double keyword.
Yeah, especially like. Okay, this is just the get in and.
There's the best, probably the best infect creature. Just our Death Toucher with toxic.
Oh yeah, there's this coming out.
He's
of
living in a skull.
Skull Dweller, nice, little buddy. This Raptor's really good. Again, this is a nice both oil haver and payoff because you can make this thing like get in, both like trade really well and get in like.
Yeah, and I like it. It lets you. Then there's the Zenith Chronicler. Not very good.
This is a weird design, multicolor hate card. What is this? Who put this?
It's just like a top-down level design card, not a bottom-up.
Yeah, this is a card that like clearly was designed as like a
reference or whatever.
Well,
multi EDH or whatever.
No. Like a maybe EDH, but like I'm thinking of like a stopgap. Like okay, if multicolor decks get too good or something, we thought New Capenna might be too powerful. Here's an out. And then,
last one.
Oh, here's another
pretty good one. Just a little shitter. And the Incisor Glider we know is pretty good. Necrosquito!
Yeah, this thing here,
one Pegasus Courser is just kind of playable anyways, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing that makes this so dangerous is that, Team Pump on a flying common?
Wow.
You know, like that's and like this is a color that has a lot of the toxic 1 creatures, the mites over here, and such. Necrosquito is a 4-mana 2/2 flyer that gets oil whenever another artifact or creature you control is put into the grave, so it's proliferatable and it grows.
Yeah, it's kind of like there was a creature like there was a drake that was in the algae
Yeah,
Garial
was it?
thing.
Yes, in the Algigarial cycle, there was a flyer and there was a first striker, but Algigarial is the one that like won out.
So this is like that.
And we have these lands. We know.
We could not reprint most of them until now, and now we have so now the full cycles in Pioneer. Thank God.
Let's just
look at this here.
no, on this card. Sure. Hey!
One of the better things you can open.
All right.
And you got a scrap trawler. Good card.
All right. So yeah, I plan on doing more of this later in the week. I want to see I kind of want to build something a little more aggressive, and it feels like we our deck, if we had leaned a little heavier into it, would have been like one that almost always killed a toxic because of the rot priests. But I'm not sure how common that is. Well,
if we had gotten one or two of those 1/1/1 death touchers or that flyer guy instead of the rats and the 3/2s. We kind of got the dregs of those creatures. We could have definitely done better. We still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean 6 and 2. I'm happy with that. And we got to teach opponents about rot priest.
We got to teach opponents about counting.
Yep. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, Gnomebitten.
I'm Gnomebitten.
If you want to catch more, you can always follow. Thank you everybody for the subscriptions. I appreciate it. If you want to catch more, weekdays 7 Central. Tomorrow is Dragon Warrior Wednesday. And then later in the week, we'll be doing more of this. I'll be giving Slay the Spire a little bit of a rest so that we can do more All Be One on Friday. Though I still have all the Slay the Spire mods to play through. So
there'll always be more.
There'll always be more. In the fact that like I'll play 3 and then 3 new ones will appear. It's nice. Anyway, good night, everybody.
Good night.